I could give away still. It's the 25th today of February. It's past 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I was telling my mother again, she didn't want to hear this, but my grandfather in 1998 was one of the people that died of climate change because of the ice storm that was hard on him and added to, anxiety and stress and living alone in a country where the power went out, and him going to different places to stay with relatives was nice, but it added the additional stress to push all of the other little issues that one might have at 87 years old a little bit past the tipping point to cause his death, which there was also many hundreds of people in Quebec that are seniors that can find their death linked to that of climate change related event, Anyways, this one is about democracy. I don't want to seem cold. My grandfather died in 98, and I will cry again when the right moment presents itself. He was my best friend along with my dog at the time. So it's sad, but I can talk about it after 24 years in a different way now. She's cute, that delivery girl. I've seen her a few times. She does this neighborhood. Maybe she'll talk to me. I'm putting my email on the Postal Box here to do some tutoring, so maybe she'll see it when she passes by. Maybe I'll arrange to put it on there when she passes by. The professor of socio-cybernetics has kind of been without love for a long time. Okay, let's get to the topic of democracy. I haven't done one for a while. Well, I can tell you that many democracies are structured in a way to be self-defeating. Canada is definitely one of them. When it comes to the way it's set up, some guys don't want to do their stops. They don't see anybody, not even close to a stop. They think it's okay because it's slippery a little bit. I don't know. If it's slippery, you have to be better at doing your stops, not skip them. Anyways, what's distinct about Quebec will definitely lead to its self-destruction faster. Oh crap, the topic of democracy. Yeah, so when you've got different parties, and people more or less, I've said this before, can mix and match because they don't really reflect the majority of what, if they ever sat down. I don't know if, there's a conservative conference, if they'll say, oh, by the way, do we still agree this is the values, this is what we promote, this is what we would say we agree or disagree with, and and if we don't, then, this is not the right party for us. I don't think they do this, right? But these tribe versus tribe mentalities, which is a flaw with our species, to have incorporated them as badly in Canadian politics and other places, that there's these parties that argue among themselves and don't really do any productive work. I think it'd be better if they were just, everybody's an independent, so when they vote, they don't vote with popularity, they vote with what makes sense to them or not, and the research they do, because they'll be identified as an individual. They won't hide behind the tribe, and be anonymous. Even if their vote is identified to them, they can still always hide behind their party. So there's no accountability, and there's more self-defeating arguments without making progress. There's more steps backwards in modernity than forwards. And it is really the way it is. And it's really worse in Canada. So I disagree, by the way. If you want me to start voting in Canada, I disagree with the way you have parties. You can restart new parties. But I think there would only be two at this point. It'd be trying to leave a legacy as we failed as a species that doesn't take the rest of the biosphere with us, or we party the rest of the way till total destruction of as much as of the biosphere as possible. I think we're at this stage of history, if you ask the scientists to be objective about this. So there'd be two parties. So if they want to say, hey, I want to party, and bring the end of everything faster, and have kids while I'm doing it because I'm partying, it might be some accidental, pregnancies, it's either that party or the party of we're really late as a species that thinks it's sentient and sapient to actually act in ways that reflect these definitions, to have developed a, an ecocentric worldview. And it's not about us as individuals, not even about us as a species. And that's the only thing at this stage of history where your species have screwed up things so bad. And, there could be accidents in this Ukraine-Russia thing where nuclear power plants or nuclear weapons are accidentally damaged or destroyed, when electricity goes down somewhere and the cooling system fails, all these things is a recipe for disaster among a species that lacks sentience and sapience. So that means it can definitely happen in this way. So I really think that you guys should do something about this really quick, right? And I'm not participating in what you guys define as this subject without you making sense with these discussions that you're not having.